I know you're on a mission. I know you got a lot of goals, dreams, aspirations, things that you want to achieve, and you're probably always switched on, or it feels like it at least now. I encourage you in a world that is so busy and so go, 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 to take some time to actually reflect on the progress that you're making and also on the things that you could be doing better. Because one mistake a lot of us make is thinking that everything is just force. And if we just try as hard as we can possibly try and we don't look up, that we're going to get the best results. Now, sure, you're very likely to get some kind of results in that circumstance, but the best results, I doubt it. Me personally, for example, I was just reflecting on this week in my sales role of where I can do better. And there's still more for me to reflect on. I plan to do more of that over the weekend and stuff like that. But it's like these reflection points allow me to see, hold on, you know what? I kind of dropped the ball in this area this week. Or you know what? I wasn't really doing good in this thing this week. You know what? I was doing good in this thing. I need to continue doing that. Like, for example, one thing I did well this week is sticking to my kickboxing, sticking to my gym, all that kind of stuff. It's good getting back into the rhythm of that, where I was so out of balance whilst I was just focusing on passing the probation. It feels good to just be at it, like, consistently. So that's good. But then when it comes down to the actual focus in my actual job itself, I feel like I haven't been as organized as I could have been this week. Like, there's so much more that I could have done this week that I didn't do because of a lack of organization, because of maybe not meal prepping at the right times. And now it's like, okay, I need to meal prep all of this other stuff. The good thing is I've been doing good with the bulk, hitting my calories, all that kind of stuff. But the bad thing is it takes time and I need to be more organized for that. So reflecting on this, I can now look into next week and say, okay, what I'm going to make sure I do over the weekend is do some meal prep on the weekend so that it's ready for the week. Now, I say that to say I encourage you to do the same thing. Ask yourself, what this week have you done well? What could you have done better? Most importantly, whether that's in your job, whether that's in your business, whether that's in your fitness, whether that's in your relationships, how could you show up better? There's even reflections that I've had in terms of how I can show up to important relationships in my life better, or things that I need to adjust just to operate in the best possible way, I guess. And then even in fitness, there's things that I've reflected on and analyzed as in terms of, ooh, what's an even better plan that I can follow? What's a better structure for me to follow? Like, one thing I was doing this week is experimenting with a new kind of structure in terms of how I'm going to approach balancing gym, balancing kickboxing, balancing both of these things, and balancing them whilst again working full time in the sales role that I have and doing the other things, and even starting with these YouTube videos again. It's like I'm working out what's going to be the best routine. So one thing that's important is not to just, okay, I'm just going to commit to this, whatever schedule it is, and just lock in and don't look up. Like, I'm going to test out a schedule this week and then I'm going to reassess and see what's actually making the most sense, so that then I can optimize and optimize and optimize until I have something that is really, I guess, bringing me the most exponential results. So again, I encourage you to do the same thing. Think about, what have you done this week that you could have done better? What have you done well that you should continue to do? What have you done differently that's been a good addition? And what have you done differently that has been a bad addition? What have you done that has been the same that has still not got you the result that you want? And maybe it's time to change things up. With that being said, you've been tuning to Learning with Lamar. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. I'm off my what? I'm about to go to the gym right now. So yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out.